Test, test, test. Test, test. Sunday, September 18th, 2022. Today in the Daily Review, we do a 1990 children's show from Japan called Old Enough with your host, me, Professor Joe LaRocca. What's going on? Oh, my headphones aren't up very high. That's what's going on. Okay. Sometimes I'm on the quest for the new thing. And sometimes the new thing is something old. And then I can be one of the cool people who gets on top of it before anybody. Get those sweet, sweet subs. So, this leads me to click on random things sometimes from other countries. So I don't, and then take the gamble on putting it out. A little review of it. But you know what? This time, I don't think this is one that's going to pick up. It's not going to be no RRR or anything like that. This is a show from 1990 by Koichi Sato. And it's little kids doing errands. But it's a reality TV show. And episodes are like 11 minutes, less sometimes. I think less, actually. And it's just, each episode is just a little kid like 2.5 years old, 3 years old, like toddlers. And they're given a flag and little squeaky shoes that go whack, 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 whack every time you walk somewhere. And a little bag and a little purse thingy for the money. And then they have to go down, walk, and they have to cross a street and go into a grocery store and pick out the few items that they need and then go to the register and just kind of keep it all together. And it's incredibly engaging for some reason. I mean, I guess it's kind of an obvious reason why it's engaging. Because you kind of expect the kid to fail horribly because they're just kind of wandering around and picking at things on the wall and picking shit up off the ground. And then there's the tension of is this kid just going to get hit by a car? And then after a few episodes, you're like, okay, yes, obviously there's enough crew around to where the kid couldn't just dart out in the street, It would be nuts. And for some reason, I don't think this show would be going for as long as it did if that happened. But it's a Japanese show. I don't know if this adds to it, but little Japanese children are adorable. I know that's maybe is a kind of a positive racist statement, and I don't mean it to be like that. But they look like little gentlemen, and, they're very well put together. I mean, I'm sure that's for the show, too, but, I don't know. I don't know how many 2-year-old American kids could go down to the store and not get shot or shoot somebody. Anyway, that was a social commentary. Anyway, in the first episode, he's got to get things for the grandmother's altar, and he picks up flowers and these little sweet rolls or something, and then he also has to get curry for dinner, and he's forgotten it. And he starts walking away, and there's a voiceover guy that the kid can't hear, but he's just talking to the audience, being oh, he forgot the curry or whatever. And then the kid's walking, and he's halfway down the street, and he's I gotta go get the curry. I gotta go back. And I was yes, yeah, this fucking kid, man. I had my money on this kid. This kid knows what he's doing. Now today, that kid is the president of Sony. No, I don't know. But yeah, all these people are probably if they were 2 or 3 in the 90s, they're just full-on adults now in their 30s. But old enough, exclamation point. Surprisingly enjoyable. Really put a smile on my face. Because you guys know I'm a cold-hearted fuck who doesn't like anything. And, I have to get through a romance movie based on, technical enjoyment. But this is just so... There's no ulterior motive to it. It's very sweet, the media, And I know a lot of kids programming is like that, but a lot of some of the kids programming that I've seen when I've been, especially modern stuff that I've been with Rosie, it's some of it has been good, and some of it has just been just scream obnoxious crap. Just have kids screaming and doing obnoxious, stupid things on TV, and that'll distract the kids. And I think that's really dangerous because then every kid just starts acting like a psycho, you know what I mean? Because some goofy character has some catchphrase for some show. Whereas, I don't know, we watched this one about this TV show about a family of beavers. I think it's Bluey or something like that is his name. And they were amazing. I was like, this is good. Like the characters they all had characters and things you could imitate or whatever, but it wasn't like, oh, my character thing is that I scream at everything. You know what I mean? In fact, we watched one episode and it was like so powerful that when I got home, I looked it up and watched it again to see how they did it. I was like, damn. And it's about a father who like goes outside with his kids and he like is explaining to him how there's like nature is everywhere and it's great, but he doesn't really believe what he's saying. And then at the end of the show, after he's gone in and like tucked the kids in, he's back outside looking at a leaf that he was looking at earlier. And I was like, that's some good storytelling for a little kid show, you know. So that stuff is important. I think that they forget about it in a kid's programming. They go, oh, just dumb kids just put colors on the screen, you know. And I grew up with a lot of Nickelodeon stuff that I feel like was like that. Some of it was smarter, but some of it was just like, let's put goo on people. And my generation, we did it, man. We put goo on everybody. We slimed the world. We slimed the world. I double dare you to fix it. That's what we said to the next generation. Okay, I don't know what I'm talking about, but Old Enough is adorable and heartwarming. And like I said, it's maybe one of the more innocent programming I've ever seen. It's just like however long the episode needs to be happens. It's beautiful. Sometimes the kids forget stuff. It's a good drinking show, I think. Good drinking show. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Oh, yeah, like and subscribe if you like to subscribe. I had a Bloody Mary at brunch, and then I took a nap, and now I feel out of it. Don't worry.